When dealing with emotionally immature people, first, stop playing the savior. You don't need to rush in to solve their problems and clean up their messes every time. Manage your own emotions. There's no need to regulate theirs. Second, if they insist on misunderstanding you, let them be. These types of people rarely reflect on themselves and struggle to see things from others' perspectives. Simply maintain a certain distance and tell yourself, I can only explain things, but understand the distance and tell yourself. Don't waste too much energy on such low value conversations. Finally, be empathetic towards them, but never indulge them. Empathy means saying, I understand why you are angry. Let's work together to find a solution. While indulgence means saying, I'll call them for you. I'll handle it. The latter will only make them continue to feel like victims. Master this balance, and you'll be able to easily deal with these types of people. Give it a try. Want to know if someone is truly right for you? The simplest criterion is whether they proactively ask, how have you been lately? I've seen too many people who think the other person is pretty good during dates or interactions, but upon closer inspection, the other person almost never cares about their own life, only talking about themselves. This type of person who only talks about themselves is usually not someone you can truly trust. People who truly care about you don't need you to remind them. They will naturally want to know your thoughts, Mel. Don't continue investing in them next time. Immediately determine that they're not your cup of tea. Remember, truly important people will proactively focus their attention on you, not just focus on showcasing themselves. Here are three practical expressions that will give you firm control of many conversations. First, when the other person's tone is unpleasant, don't say, you can't talk to me like that, but calmly say, I don't accept that approach. This keeps the decision in your own hands and implies that the other person must change their tone to continue. Second, when the other person interrupts you, don't say, I haven't finished speaking, but say, I couldn't hear what you were saying. This maintains your authority while clearly telling the other person that normal communication requires them not to interrupt. Third, when the other person distorts your words, don't rush to say, that is not what I meant, but instead ask, what did you just hear? This allows the other person to prove whether their understanding is correct, while shifting the responsibility of clarification to them. Master these three expressions, and you can maintain the initiative in many conversations. Want to make your arguments more compelling? First, try to abandon words like obviously and clearly. If things are truly that obvious, you don't need to emphasize it. Second, don't save your key argument for last. Put it at the beginning, because people often decide whether to accept the rest based on the strength of your first sentence. Finally, don't throw out a bunch of evidence right away. State your conclusion directly. A simple exercise is to add, I think, before what you want to say. I think you've been late 3 times this week. Sounds like evidence. While I think you are not taking this job seriously. Sounds like a conclusion. Removing the I think makes the conclusion clearer and more powerful. Try this method.